Hi, Divas! Welcome back. Since the dawn of civilization, we've been chasing the secret of staying young. The Sumerians wrote about it in the Epic of Gilgamesh, where a king searched for a way to keep his youth. Chinese emperor drank mercury potions hoping to cheat aging, only to die faster. And for centuries, alchemists swore they could create the elixir of life. Today we have big tech, billionaires and individuals like Bryan really spearheading this topic into the limelight. But unlike medieval times, we no longer relying on myth and potions. Scientists are breaking aging down to its core. Many reports claim we're closer than ever to reversing the aging process. But is this really possible? Or is it a scam? How close are we to making it a reality? Let's hear some of the opinion from the public.
What do you think about the idea of reverse aging? Have you ever heard of it?
All the time.
Do you believe it's possible to do it?
I do because I do a facial massage, and I use a gaiachu, I think it's called, and I do also muscle stretching and facial stretching, and I know that with consistency, it works very well.
I've never heard about it, and I don't think it's possible. Reverse aging sounds like you're getting older, but then you're trying to reverse that. I don't think that's possible.
No, because biologically it's not a good thing. Everything happens in sequence and as it should happen in nature. And if you try to reverse it, it's kind of neurotic.
I think I know there's some people that believe certain diets and stuff might help you track back your age, so it might be possible depending on what the methods are.
Before we get into this, I think it's important to discuss what aging really means. As I spotted my first gray hair, fine lines, and aging spots, my reaction was pretty typical. I dye my hair, bought expensive wrinkle eye creams, and even I do Botox to fight the sign of aging. Over time, I came to realize that I was only addressing the symptoms, not the root cause. That's when I dove deep into research, consulting with scientists and doctors around me. Through studying genes and epigenetics, I learned that aging is actually reversible to an extent. And by making the right lifestyle choices, we can truly change the course of it. So the aging appearance on the outside of the body is just a reflection of the aging that is happening on the inside. So when people are talking about reverse aging, it goes more than external treatments. It's all about reversing the biological age. So what is biological age? Unlike your chronological age, the number of years since you're born, biological age looks at the cellular level, the molecular changes in your body to gauge how well you are aging. With a simple blood or saliva test, scientists can analyze markers on your DNA that shifts over time. These changes don't just reflect your age, they also link to your risk of diseases, overall life expectancy. Studies have shown that people with an accelerated epigenetic age, meaning their biological age is much higher than their actual age, tend to have a higher risk of illness and early mortality. There have been a ton of research and trial done on both animals and humans in the past couple decades, but the biggest and most promising breakthroughs have been in, number 1, removing senescent aging cells. Number 2, cellular reprogramming. We'll get back on cellular reprogramming. Let's focus on removing senescent cell first.
What do you think about using drugs to remove aging cells from the body?
You're gonna die one day.
I don't want to be 29 again. I was 29. I had a blast, but I don't want to do it again. They keep saying, well, we can fix this, we can fix that. You're just getting old. That's all there is. I'm not saying don't take care of yourself and do all the health things that everybody promotes, but the end is near. Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would take drugs. That's almost like doing Botox or something like that. So if we could take drugs for everything, then that we would live forever. and people can't live forever.
Senescent cells are old cells, essentially, that build up in our body as we get older. Our immune system gets less efficient at cleaning them out, and they accumulate in greater and greater number, causing inflammation, which drives a whole range of different diseases like cancer, even Alzheimer's. But good news for us, now scientists have been able to develop senolytic drugs that remove these senescent cells from our body, potentially slowing down aging and making your body functioning like younger version of itself. Crazy, right? One of the leading figures in this field is Dr. Judith Campisi, a biogerontologist and researcher at Bulk Institution of Research on Aging. Her work has laid much of the foundation for the development of senolytic drugs. And then the Mayo Clinic first tested these on mice, where they would remove the senescent cells but leave the rest of the cell of their body intact. And they found that by doing this, they essentially make the mice biologically younger by a number of different measures. So the first thing is they live a little bit longer. These mice were acting in a younger way. They just look like different mice. They are a lot more active. They have thicker fur. They've got less gray fur. And they got plumber skin. And they've got shinier eyes. They've got less age-related weight gain as well. Some human trials had also been done, and the result had been the same, showing great promise. Also, speaking about Bryan Johnson earlier, the tech entrepreneur has mentioned using various interventions, including senolytics, as part of his extensive regimen, aiming at improving health span and longevity. Second, and perhaps the biggest breakthrough of reverse aging, have been cellular reprogramming. Cellular reprogramming, simply put, is taking cells that are fully differentiated, like a skin cell or a muscle cell, etc., and programming them to go backwards to the stem cell that originally generated them, or even make them biologically younger.
But to understand aging, we need to think about how it all starts, because we start out in a much different, more flexible shape. Picture a fertilized egg, the single cell where we all begin. That cell could become anything.
The idea of reprogramming cells to slow down aging was first discovered in 2012 by a Japanese scientist, Shinya Yamanaki, who won a Nobel Prize for this discovery. He figured out that you can use 4 special genes to reset your cells back to stem cell. And those set of 4 genes are called the Yamanaka factors. They contain instructions that can reset the cell back into an undifferentiated state, making it like a new again. Pretty much rewiring a cell program and guide it back to a more flexible stem-like state. These newly reset cells, known as induced pluripotent stem cells, can then turn into any type of cells you need, and can be used to grow like new tissues or organs like younger skins or a new heart. This was most famously demonstrated by David Sinclair, a well-known scientist and professor of genetics at Harvard Medical School, where he introduced the Yamanaka factors into his experiments with mice, that providing compelling evidence that it may be possible to reverse the aging process at the cellular level.
Sinclair and his team were able to age the mice and then make them younger again. In this video shared by Harvard, these mice are the same age, yet one is visibly older. How did they do it? By literally breaking up the DNA, forcing the body to repair itself, which he says accelerates aging.
Before we end this video, let's see what fun facts we got today. Did you know that in the Middle Ages, alchemists attempt to create the elixir of life or water of youth? These legendary potions were believed to extend life and restore youth. Alchemists sought the elusive philosopher's stone, which they believed could transform base metal into gold and grant immortality. While they never succeeded, their quest laid the groundwork for modern chemistry. So you may say, this is all cool, Sally, but when could this all be a possibility? Very soon, my divas. There's a huge commercial interest in this now, and tech startups and billionaires are investing billions into this new technology. To name a few, the biggest sort of startup in this field is Alto Labs, funded by, amongst other people, Jeff Bezos. They've got $3 billion together from investors to try and investigate this technology. Sam Altman, the billionaire behind behind ChatGPT is also investing in cellular reprogramming, putting $180 million into it. While there are obvious practical and legal hurdles to get over, scientists and experts alike tell us it is only a matter of time until we will have the reverse aging at our fingertips. So what do you think? Is reverse aging really within our reach? The science is moving fast, and the investment are pouring in. But the biggest question is, would you do it?
I have friends who smoke and drank, and they look like tobacco leaves. They're all wrinkled and crunchy and whatever. And people don't realize that they're poisoning themselves, that all these great things like alcohol, liquor, and all the good party things, well, they're going to pay for it eventually. But to come along at the last minute after a life of smoking and drinking and doing whatever, you know, it just doesn't work. I'm 80. I've had really good health all my life. And everything that I've done bad, I remember. So you got to remember that when you're young. Pay attention. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. The future of aging is unfolding. Let's make this world a younger place. See you in the next one. Bye.